Yeah, I ain't did nothing in a while, man, but it's been a lot of animosity on the internet, but, you know, they don't stop my show. I sweep around my own front porch. I don't, you know, go around pointing fingers at nobody, you know. Like I said, it ain't none of my business. It just lets me, you know, be well aware of what's going on, you know, and who to fool with and who to associate with and just that and the third, you know what I'm saying? So, but my topic is not going to be about talking about nothing what's been on the internet the past, you know, maybe a couple days or a couple weeks now, you know, about certain things. But my topic is going to be about, you know, when you got a litter, my last litter that I had, or whatnot, only one out of it just seemed like it's going to be a survivor. That's a male, so hopefully he survived. You know, I've been down and out with the back problem. You know, I'm just not getting that back together. Still hurt a little bit, but it ain't hurting to where I gotta, you know, hurry up and lay down. Because at one point in time, man, like me driving like this, my back would be aching. I would have to have my leaves. I'm not no medicated, man-made medicated taking person. I like to let stuff heal on its own, but sometimes you gotta go to that man-made stuff. But yeah, but anyway, the litter, only one lived out of that litter. It's a male, and he's still kind of, you know, 50-50 right now, but I'm still pushing a little bit of medication and everything. But all I was just coming to tell you is, you know, my two females, they got into a little scuffle while I was down and out. One got off the chain, and one was inside the fence, and they was, you know, and I don't got to get in details. Y'all know what happens when y'all own these animals, what's going to happen if one of them get loose. So, you know, but both of them living, that's thankful. But I'm just thinking in the back of my head, maybe why a lot of them was passing away was, you know, maybe from her injury or whatever. She could have been, you know, just the germ and everything. And when I was getting down there, I was keeping it sanitized, but still, you just never know what was really totally wrong with them, you know what I'm saying? Because one minute they was doing good, real good, moving around and everything. Then the next couple of days they was, you know, getting dehydrated. And usually when dehydration come, they have worms, but I was worming them. So you just never know. But I'm just, you know, pretty much doing this video. This game is crazy how you gotta kind of lose to gain, you know what I'm saying? And that's why now, it's one of my dogs, even if I had them 4 or 5 years, I try not to let so much of my feelings and my emotions and my compassion getting so involved in the animal to the point where I lose my focus and I lose my thrive, or I lose my motivation or my confidence to keep, you know, producing a high quality dog, because it's so easy, man. You could just one day, you know, you wake up, you like, damn, I done lost one of my best dogs. But that's why in your mind, you're supposed to have the procreation. You want to procreate, I could take this and take that and procreate this dog right back over again. So, you know, and the only reason I'm doing this video is to tell some of the up-and-coming guys that's really, you know, got the compassion. Don't lose your sight just because certain things happen. And the best experience is the inexperience. So, you know, and I think maybe if I wouldn't have been so down and out, even though I had my cousin for my helper, far as, you know, helping me out, he did a wonderful job, terrific job, you know, for doing what he could do, you know, at the time of the moment. So, but, you know, so, but again, like I said, man, I had to sit up there and watched all of them pass away. She smushed 2 of them, and, you know, and then the rest of them, you know, they were doing good. Like I say, prolonging. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to have, you know, this amount of, so 5 was still alive. And then, you know, they just kept knocking off. And I knew the girl, I took them home. I should have really just took them home in the first place. But like I say, I still wasn't, as far as my injury or back spasm, I still wasn't able to, you know, just keep going out there doing over because I couldn't bend over. My wife had to really just put on my clothes for me, man. And that was one of the just sad things, because she had to help me out, and that's how I couldn't even really bend over my back. But it's getting better. But I think if I would have took them home and took them into my garage, and I think they would have been fine. But I should have did that and made that move. But I'm thinking, since I was cleaning up, sanitizing and putting shavings up in there, they was live. But then again, I could have took them home and they all could have died, but except this one. So hopefully this one still lives, man. I talked to my veterinarian. He was just saying give him sardines with the oil, because the oil and the sardines give him electrolytes. But I think he gonna live. If he live, I'm gonna go ahead and keep him. But like I said, man, the best experience is the inexperience. You ain't gonna never know something till something really happens, and you ain't gonna know how to handle something until you see it with your own eyes, because you just never know. You can't, guess with these dogs or guess with this game. You gotta let it come. That's why people tell you, look, they got this experience. I got this X amount of experience, 15 to 20. Some of them have 30 years of this, because they don't seen a lot. They don't seen, fake pregnancies. They don't seen, and I did a repeated breeding on Brittany, but she didn't take, because I guess they got into that little scuffle or whatever. So I really wasn't disappointed, because I really wanted to do that repeated breeding with her and Obsidian. And because, like I said, all 9 was very exceptional in my eyes, what I seen. And I'm all getting good results from the people that bought the dogs from me. That's all I care about, really, the good results. But all of them could have made the cut, man. All of them, I got 2 close to me, like right around, one of them in my city, then another one probably about another like 42 minutes away. And then I got a couple that I'm gonna ship away to my 24-hour brother. Big shout out to you. And big shout out to my mans from Oklahoma, because I gotta give a big shout out. Without y'all, I wouldn't be getting this recognition for us to have some of my dogs in good hands, responsible hands. That's what it's about, man. And but I wanted to do that repeated breeding because I seen something out of it. And that would have been, I was going to take a male back to breed with Big Mama, because that would have been really my first inbreeding off of that, far as breeding. Sinclair X Wilkins blood, first inbreeding. Other than what I did for my way, it would have been my second one, because I did the brother and sister. And the only reason I did the brother and sister, because I wanted to pull from both sides of the parents back and forth, because that's all you pull from, back and forth. So I wanted some of my old look back, the white mixed with the patch, but they was very gamey dogs, very, very athletic just as well. But yeah, this video is just pretty much about, you lose to gain, man, and it's crazy how that goes. So, you gotta be, and that's just like business. Sometimes you might have to lose a little bit and to gain a little bit at the end, like, quarterly. So it's pretty much, it's kind of like similarities, but you don't want to lose a lot. But as far as in business, that's why they have meetings to prevent losing anything, or if they do lose some stuff, how can they resell this stuff and put it on. So that's pretty much like the puppy. So now I got this one puppy, so now if he live, what can he do for me? He might turn out to be the outstanding dog, like Obsidian. He was the only one that lived out of his litter, and I was able to get him back. The lady, she was just like, man, he turned up everything, so I was able to get him back, man, and that was a blessing. So I told her either she get her money back, but at the time I didn't have the money to give her back, but I told her she can always come and get a pup. I kept my word. So she called me out the blue, like, look, I want a puppy. I got a puppy on the ground. She get it with paper, shots, all that. So I just try to keep my honesty with this. It makes it so much easier for me and the dog and my kennel. It just makes it so much easier. I ain't got to be, having a bunch of people talking about me saying, oh man, he didn't do this or he didn't do that. I ain't want my name out in the streets like that. Even when you're doing good, people still gonna talk about you. But when people talk about me and I know I'm still doing righteous, that don't only give me fuel to do better. That's it. But yeah, but this video pretty much is about, man, you gotta lose the game. So this litter, I got my little male, man, they really been going through it, and I don't have some litters to where they didn't make it, a couple of them, like I had some my old stuff, and this one I was like 28 and I was still thinking I could play basketball, but I'm a hooper now. So I was trying to make it big. I was just trying to fill my dreams, so I went to New York. I had 2 litters, and I should never went, but I was thinking they was good, so I doubled up on the mama and the my Lackey's Diego. I doubled up on that, my Lackey's Diego and my Lackey's Cuddle that was double, so they came out with some white and some light brown patches on them. Good solid litter. So I had a dog named Ice Baby, and then I had a litter of a brother and sister out of different litters. So that was my second inbreeding, but I know them was gonna be right, because the dog that I had, man, he had like a black mass. I called him Notorious. And the other female she was the same, almost same color, but just smaller, right around that 30, 32 mark. And but she was like a tick color. And I bred them together, and all them dogs came out like, you know, that black mass. And I think one came out looking just like the daddy. I mean, the grandfather, Lackey's Diego. But all of them died because her and the mama got into a scuffle. I was always in New York, so I'm telling my wife, she like, I don't know what to do. I said, look, just calm down. This was like early in the morning. It's like, I think it was about 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm dead asleep. She called me. They got into it. So, you know, I'm trying to calm her down. So she called my mama. Luckily, they was out there battling. I'm talking about battling. So luckily, my mom, she was like, well, let's throw some cold water on them. So, and like I say, these dogs ain't no big dog. I think the mama dog, she was probably no more than about 35 pounds, you know, 34 and a half, something about like that. So them ain't no big dog. Them some dogs that you could just pick up or whatever. So, but anyway, fast forward, they finally got them broke up, but all them puppies had died. I was like, God. And I knew the dog that I had, Notorious, this mother was, man, he was, man, he had some, man, I'm telling you. That's why I was saying my old blood, man, was just as better than this Lonzo Green with Eli Bola. And not saying nothing, not taking away from the breeders, the two breeders that was back in these pedigrees. Not taking nothing, but like I said, man, that dog Notorious, he had a monstrous mouth, man. Good dog, but he ended up dying on me too. I ain't got to get into that story, but ended up having a panic attack. I was in my house. I should have just kept him in a daggone car. And the only reason I'm telling kind of a history about these dogs, because, you know, it stays with you, but it also builds good character to want to be able to create better dogs. You know what I'm saying? And so, but anyway, he had something got in his eye. So I took him to the vet. He had one of them little things over so he couldn't scratch his eye or whatever. And I had him, and I was over my Hispanic friend's house, and he was, you know, cut my hair. So I should have just kept him in the house, just kept him in the AC. So I let him run in his backyard. So by the time he get out, he might have been just overexcited. And it was a little hot, but I was thinking like, well, I ain't gonna be in here long, no more than about 20 minutes. It ain't gonna take that long to get a haircut. So he had a panic attack. I had to watch my dog die. And I'm like, God, had to watch him die. And so, like I say, the mom and the father was registered, but they wasn't registered under my name. That's why you get the dog Lackey's Diego, he was gave to me, and I bought the mother Lackey's, and Lackey's Cuddle, I bought her, and then I had Lackey's Brit. That was my first litter, but she registered it, and my cousin registered in his girlfriend name. So, like I said, I didn't know a lot of stuff. But anyway, but what I'm saying, you got to lose the game. So now I lost a lot of my old stuff. Now I'm trying to regain all my old stuff, kind of getting my look back, even blending it in with this stuff. So, but man, it's always good to self-improve. You got to keep working. You got to keep thinking. You got to keep emphasizing on what you really want to do. Because my mind constantly be thinking about stuff like this, and I'll look back from this and think, you know, what could I do better? What could I give the female? Even if something ever to happen like this again, where she get into a little scuffle or something bite her, what could I do to kind of be in prevention mode as far as to keep these puppies to live? And sometimes it don't matter what you do. You could take them to the vet, spend all this money, they still die. So, but it's a never ending, you know, work with these dogs. It's never ending. But it's the thing of it is, what I like about it, the compassion about it. I'm working toward a goal. You know what I'm saying? I'm working toward a goal, and that's how I look at it. You know, every day I get up, you know, I'm looking to be better within myself, you know, and my dog. So, you know, but like I say, man, we gonna rise to the top, man. We're gonna rise to the Caucasian. We're gonna rise to the Caucasian. So, but yeah, man. But this video pretty much, you know, saying you gotta lose the game, and you're gonna have to, because I done lost some really, really good dogs out of my old school blood. And back then, like I said, once again, I know I reiterate, man, I didn't really know what I had, and it was great stuff. Some, like I say, once you go down and break the dogs down, you got off the Williams stuff, you got a lot of, what is it? Got it back in the old stuff, like the back in the 7 generations, the Ellis Twister and the Ellis what is that? The Ellis Twister, and then the Norman's Twister dogs. They had Eli, Kobe blend, and you go down to some of the Houston dogs. They had Eli Jr. with the Metlin stuff. But see, like I say, once I start going up forward, a lot of them people, they didn't put dogs online, but they knew how they was bred, or sometimes they may have had papers, or sometimes they may not knew how they were bred, but they was just viewing the dog, how good the dog was. And then, so I looked up my it's called, what's her name, Wrights Ebby, Ace Ebby or something, but she was on the papers, on the line, it had her name in red and marked in red, so obviously she had to be a good producing female in my eyes, if it's in red. So but yeah, then it got, the Lonzo back up in there off the Marks stuff, the Marks hammer. Pretty much probably a lot of the Marks stuff had the Lonzo blended in with different stuff. And then you go from the Press Snails, which has the Budweiser blended in with the line bred Budweiser blended in with the Mountains Man Bandit, Ocean Jet. Then you go down farther, which is the Lackey's Honey Dog. So they crossed that Lackey's Honey Dog. She was pretty much of a Apache Red Man coming off the Bull Hills Red Bullet, which is, heavy, wilder stuff, Hemp Hill stuff. And then you got on the bottom, which was a Rufus, it was a Angel's Man of Steel bred with a Hammond's Rufus dog. So, really good blend, really good old stuff. And like I say, man, if I would have knew what I knew back then, like around 2010, all this stuff that I know now, and what I'm continue to keep learning, man, I would have really preserved. I wouldn't ever sold. And see, something kept telling me, even when I had the mama and the daddy, because I was gonna breed them again to get something else out of them. So I was like, shoot, I'm good. So I really should have kept another female to breed back with Zay. Even if it was his daughter, it would have been 75%. I at least could have had that bloodline locked in. And like I said, I wouldn't even have to worry about it. Even if I would have had to pay papers later on them dogs, I wouldn't ever worried about it, because then all I had to do just, get the ABDA to, have Miss Lackey to confirm that, this dog. And that's what I had to do to get that Lackey's Diego dog switched over my name, and Lackey's Brit dog switched over into my name, to be able to start getting the paperwork and all that stuff. So, but like I said, man, you got to lose the game, man. And that's how it is in this dog world. If you're not willing to do that, man, you ain't going to be able to surpass some levels. You know what I'm saying? Because we already know. But I'm just happy, man, and I'm able to procreate and get some of my old blood back. Get some of my old blood back, man. Get some of it back, man. So that's all what it's about. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully this little pup, he lives. And like I said, at the end of the month, they'll be 2 months old. And see, right now, I don't even really want to give him a shot, because his body is not up to par. So I'm just going to try to continue doing what I'm doing, feeding him, as long as he's in a good, safe area. And what I'm saying is, see, that's where I already had like a couple litters at, because it's on concrete. So, and they got all the space and all that stuff that they need. So hopefully he lives, man, and we can go from there, because I'm definitely going to keep him. I don't even know what name I'm going to give him, but hopefully he lives. He looked like he want to try to fight. So, and when you try to fight, man, I'm going to fight with you. That's what it's about. So, And my wife told me a story. She was like, man, we don't have too much good dogs. She said, that's why I don't get attached to them. But me as a breeder, even when I get attached to them, I just got to let them go. You know what I'm saying? That's just life. You got to let some things go, and to be able to grow. You know what I'm saying? It's like, your mother, your father pass away. You got to let them go, because once you let them go, they feel released, and then you feel released. You got that burden off of you. You know what I'm saying? My mom would be gone around September 16, 3 years. I done dealt with a lot of stuff. Then after my mom's passed, my homeboy passed, he'll be, I think this was his second year right here. So he coming up on next year, 3 years. Then his homeboy that he knew that he introduced me to, I think he going on he should be going on his second year next year. So I mean, it's just a lot, man, that I don't lost. But and see, I don't lost, but I'm still gaining because I'm still smiling. I'm still here. I'm still trying to, procreate. I'm still trying to self-improve all the way around the board, man. But I just want to do this video because I haven't did nothing in a while. Because like I said, I've been down and out, back, man, really giving me problems. And just having back spasm right now. My spine good, but just having that pinched nerve, that's been really, so hopefully I can get back out and just start doing some things and get back on, get back right, you know what I'm saying? So I can start making more videos, walking, doing obstacles, taking them dogs to a state park, letting them get that nice workout in and stuff, so, but it's gonna just take a little time. So hopefully by the end of the summer, I should have this back right, because I'm gonna just take it slow. I ain't even trying to rush because it's still kind of tender a little bit. And what I mean tender, it's still, I can glitch it and then it'd be like, oh. But now, since I glitch it, it don't really hurt as much. I don't got to say, well, I got to get this to leave because this don't start boom, boom, boom. But anyway, I appreciate the listeners, man. And I appreciate my man's, he reached out to me. Hopefully he get 2 of my pups. You know who he is. If you look at this video, my man's reached out to me from Baltimore. And he was telling me about his situation. And I always try to interact with everybody that interacts with me and just tell the story, because it just sounds so much better for me to tell when somebody reach out to me, and it makes me feel so much good. It ain't about the money thing, about getting these dogs. It's not about the money. It's about the result. That's where I want to have the result of creating a great bulldog. So hopefully he get 2 males out of, not the this litter, the latest litter, but the litter before that. Hopefully he get 2 of them. I'm trying to give him 2. Or we gonna work out a nice little deal, man. And like I told people, when you invest dogs in me, man, or invest your money, your time, your effort, I invest back in you. That's on everything I love. So, and that's what I try to do. But I appreciate y'all listening, man. I wanted to do a video. I said a couple days ago, I said I'm gonna do a video. I haven't did nothing, and like I say, man, and all that stuff been going on the internet, man. I'm just sweeping around my own front porch, man. You can't be so busy. I mean, you pay attention and stuff, but you can't be so busy caught up in other people's stuff, or getting on there commenting and saying, oh, I can't believe this happened, such and such did this, now look at him. No, bro, I don't do all that speculating, because I know in lifetime, through this lifetime as you living, everybody gonna go through ups and downs. Sometimes you're gonna be just stuck in the middle, and you can't judge a person, because what are you doing? If you judging, you talking about this person, what are you doing? That's something you should be able to prevent yourself from doing. If you see somebody else doing something, or they don't slip and fail, you can't judge a man because he got caught up or don't did something, or if he said if he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? We can't judge if we ain't swept around our own front porch. And then sometimes you still can't. To me, everybody want to talk about everybody on this internet thing, man. Just look, just worry about what you doing. That's what you worry about. I don't know if you want to do it for ratings. I don't do all that stuff, but I ain't speaking to nobody. I ain't pointing my finger at nobody. I'm just saying me. Yeah, all Will Kennels of the Carolinas. I don't be doing all that. That's why I stay in my own lane, but anyway, y'all have a blessed one, man. I gave y'all about 25 minutes, man. I hope it was good, but you got to lose the game, man, in this game. And it's sad that you have to, but that's just how it rolls, man. So you got to learn. As you lose, you got to learn, but you got to pick up and keep moving, keep your head up, chest out. That's what you got to keep doing with this game. But I love it so much, man. I love it. I love it. And I'm going to say this before I get ready to go, but the only reason I wanted to be a good breeder, because like I say, when I was growing up, I seen a lot of great dogs go through my eyes, and people having them, but they never preserved the line. So you think I'm gonna allow this man I purchased in, and he invested back into me, gave me line? You think I'm gonna let that shit go like that? You know, as I'm 43 years old, I'm still young. I'm gonna keep my health up so I can be 70, hopefully, still dealing with these dogs. It don't matter if I'm dealing with a bare minimum, but I'm gonna still keep them around. I'm gonna keep this blood. I'm gonna keep this blood up to par. And that's what I made a promise within myself, and you know, to him just as well, to both of them, that I'm gonna keep it going. So, and we're gonna keep on making it better and better. It's gonna get great. So, like I told my cousin, I said, man, I need like a pinch of something to make it, you know, to stand really, to really just stand out. It's standing out now, but I'm just saying, just a little pinch. And he was like, man, you already there. I was like, nah, I ain't, man. Cause I told him, I said, man, the best thing is when you stay humble, man. When you stay humble and you don't start putting yourself on this plateau, or, you know, and there ain't nothing wrong with doing it discreetly, because I feel like you got to build yourself up, you know what I'm saying? But I'll let the people do that instead of me bragging about what I do. That's like my basketball game, man. You know, a lot of people say, oh, you only thing you can do is just shoot, but why you can't stop me? So that's what the dogs, you know, they all say, oh, you got good dogs, but your dogs only look good for confirmation. You ain't never did this. Well, why all these other people saying, you know, they love my dogs, or I'm getting good results? So I'm just using it for an analogy. But let me get out of here, man. Y'all have a peaceful rest of the week, man. I hope abundance come to you. I hope prosperity come to you. I hope whatever you've been, you know, praying to the Creator, things that you need some things to shift in your life that comes, man, because I'm all about positivity, man, over here. We don't do all that negative stuff, but y'all have a good one. All right, peace.